Hello, can you believe we're in week 8 already? Let me share my screen with you. All right. You should be seeing that now. Um, at the end of this week, we will be halfway finished. So I will be getting the grades all caught up and submitting your midterm grades at the end of this week. If you have any questions about your grades, please let me know, okay? All right. Um, this your this is the same basically the same questions I've been asking you each week. I just want you to get in the habit of doing like a self-check to make sure that you're doing okay. So how are your time management skills now? Are you using a planner, a schedule, a calendar, another device, or tool to keep up with your assignments, activities, work hours? Have you found other ways to keep track of everything? I know that you are very busy. College students have too much on their plates, really. So you need to find a way, if you haven't already, to make sure that you're keeping track and that you're um, on on schedule for completing what you need to complete, for being where you need to be and when. So if you're not using one of these that I've mentioned, let me know what you're using. I'm curious to know how you are keeping track of everything, and hopefully you are. Are you getting plenty of rest? Sometimes that's the thing that we end up sacrificing is our sleep to make sure that we get everything else done. But that's really not healthy. It's not um, healthy physically or mentally. So we want to make sure that we're all getting enough rest. Are you staying active? Do you have a routine for physical movement or working out? Are you going for walks, things like that? And basically, are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking that time? And I know it's hard to make time to do self-care, but it's really important that you're taking time to just pause, reflect on how you're doing physically and mentally, and make sure that you're okay. All right. If you need to chat or if you have questions about any of that, please let me know. We do have free therapy for students that you can get on campus if you need that or think that might help. Um, just contact someone in student services, or you can let me know and I'll find the phone number for you. Okay. All right. So, oh, that shouldn't say week 5, but we're in week 8. I will fix that. Um, so our main topics for this week is it's really employing interdependence. A lot of us struggle with that. A lot of us struggle with relying on other people, maybe because we've been let down in the past, maybe because we don't have a strong support system of people around us. But we really need to make sure that that's a skill that we are working on. And so that's what we're going to be talking about for the next couple of weeks. Create a support system with positive relationships. Look at the support system that you currently have. Your friends, your roommates, your family, your spouse, your parents, your extended family, maybe your own children. Think about all of the people around you daily. That's your support system. So look at the relationships that you have with each of the people in your system and think about how positive those relationships are, and how you can make them more positive. Strengthen positive relationships with active listening. And that's one thing that we can all use a little practice with sometimes, especially when we get so very busy. It's hard to take the time to slow down and actually listen to what other people around us are saying. This is something that sometimes takes practice. It takes a lot of self-awareness to be aware of whether you really are listening to someone or not. Um, there's some pretty good videos in here that kind of show, and they're funny examples of people who aren't listening, but really it's a very serious matter. We need to make sure that that's something that we're doing, and also that when we're talking to other people, that we're being heard as well. And respecting differences, cultural differences, other differences, all of those things will work together to help us form a better support system and help us be able to become more interdependent. Um, that doesn't mean that we're dependent. That just means that we acknowledge the people around us, and um, we can trust that they'll come to our aid if needed. For example, if we have a deadline with an assignment at school and we need an extra hour of just quiet time to get that done, we can rely on our friends or family to give us that space and that time, to not blare their music too loud or to try to talk to us while we're trying to finish things up. That's the kind of support that we really need. Okay. All right. So videos to watch this week. We have the Eric, I'm not sure how to say his name, Wanmeyer videos. They're pretty powerful videos. I think you guys will enjoy them. They are valuable to watch. So I do hope that you do take the time to watch them. We have some active listening videos, and those are the ones that are kind of, they're they're kind of funny, but just take that and know that really it is a serious topic. And then there's some cultural acceptance videos. And again, those are a little bit humorous, but there really is, I mean, they're really important. And we need to take that seriously as well. All right, so what's due? You have a financial literacy assignment due this week. It's not terribly difficult or terribly time consuming. And then you have a journal on creating a support system. Please take your time with the journal. Make sure that you're formatting it correctly, that the journal prompts are written in bold, followed by your responses. And then if there's another prompt, like if it's a two-part journal, you write that second part in bold, followed by your response. And make sure you're diving deeply, right? Put in good explanations, lots of detail, kind of back up what you're saying. Don't just answer a journal in a sentence or two. That's just not going to be substantial enough. Okay, so make sure you're taking the time there and really doing the job that you know you need to do. Okay, it's all about self-reflection and just providing more substantial evidence that you are reflecting on the topics. Okay. All right. So I hope you have a really great week. Some things to do just to, like a stress reliever or to take a brain break. Go for an early morning walk or a jog while it's quiet out. It's nice and cool these mornings now. Go see a play or a movie. Make some popcorn and stay in for movie night. Go for an evening gratitude walk. Just walk and think about all the things that you really do have to be grateful for, and hopefully that's your support system. This is a little image of my little Chihuahua Lily. She loves to go for a drive. So her advice is to go for a drive with your bestie. If you don't have a vehicle, go for a walk with your best friend or a friend. Just take some time to make sure that you are okay. We're at that halfway point in the semester. Things are going to start getting a little more stressful with bigger assignments coming due, midterm projects, not in this class, but in some of your other classes, you will. Midterm grades will be coming in. Those will be sent out, and it's kind of important. And then we're going to be like on the downhill slide, but it's really easy for that to snowball, and we'll be at finals week before we know it. So just make sure you're taking the time to take care of yourself, okay? All right. Let me stop sharing here. All right, have a great week.